Hey guys, you may remember, I mean, you've seen John Martin in a ton of my videos. He's, I always like to say he's the best pump operator in the country. But a few months ago, we posted a video, said married couple save 20K DIYing their ICF walls. And thought today we would do a tour. He's pretty much done. This was an in-laws quarters he built on his property. That's going to eventually someday be a shop for him. But right now it is a straight barn dominium.
Yeah, pretty much.
Built all with ICF. And I'll link the video right over here from the original video of him and his wife building the walls all by themselves. I came out and shot video for the pour. I think I put a couple anchor bolts in, but otherwise it was him and one of his pump buddies, and his dad poured the walls. Him and his wife stacked all of them. Let's see what kind of amenities you've got in here. You got hydronic heat in the floor.
Yes.
That you did yourself.
Yep.
I'm excited to see how you hooked that up. You've got mini splits.
Mini splits. I got three cassettes with a 3-ton unit
The
outside.
ceiling
cassettes.
Nice. Okay.
It's got an ERV in there to recirculate our air.
Okay.
Simple version, nothing crazy, nothing tied into the central.
I mean, you got like Pioneers?
Pioneer.
So straight off Amazon?
Yep, Pioneer mini splits. I'm sorry, yeah, Pioneer mini splits and a Panasonic ERV off of Amazon.
Yep, ERVs. Yep. So he's got an ERV fan because I mean, it looks like a pole barn, but it's as tight as an ice. I mean, it's as tight as a submarine. So you got to circulate some air.
We enveloped the attic, so it's spray foam.
Spray foam on the roof deck,
which we did put Tyvek down just to give us a little vapor barrier. If we ever have to replace metal, it comes off, the foam stays intact.
Smart, yeah. If you spray the metal, when the metal gets dented up, now you've got insulation ruined as well.
So hopefully, it's amazing.
Awesome.
In-laws have loved it, loved the comfortability. I park my pump truck out their door every now and then. I fire up at 3 in the morning. They don't even know I'm fired up. So,
very nice.
It's been amazing.
So yeah, man, it looks really good. I haven't seen the inside yet either, so I'll be seeing it with you guys.
Yep.
Let's go inside and take a tour.
Yes,
all right, John. So the kitchen turned out pretty awesome.
Yeah. Everything was built, and we built everything for Mom and Dad. So he's in a wheelchair. He's left leg amputated.
Yep.
So everything we've done.
Nice. Put the little coffee station down low. That's awesome.
It's all ADA. Everything's accessible. All the cabinets, drawers, everything's soft close. And then the bathroom, everything we did.
And you did click floor? Is it like life-proof floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
Tiled the bathroom, handicap countertop, and then the shower as well.
Oh, very nice. You got the floating.
Yes. So the shower itself, everything is transferable with his wheelchair.
Oh yeah, and you straight concrete floor in here?
Concrete floor. We poured a waterproofing agent in this load of concrete. So
did Zypex?
Yep.
Nice.
So everything drains to the far end, so we don't have to have any doors. Everything works out great. Vented out to the outside.
Does that fart fan connect to the ERV, or
no,
is it just
goes
vents itself?
Outside.
Okay.
Yes, it vents straight out. It's got a flapper on there, one-way valve.
Sure.
So,
okay.
But no,
very
that's
cool.
It on that.
Very cool.
Then we did do the closet is the storm shelter. Not that this house isn't. Let me find some lights here. Not that the house isn't a storm shelter.
You wired it yourself, right?
No. I did, but I've got electrician Buzzy. So this is our.
That's nice big. Oh, this is the room, guys. If you remember,
the safety, the storm shelter.
Yeah, if you watch the video from when we poured this, you remember me giving John grief because he had the worst scaffolding. He gives me grief about scaffolding sometimes. He had a 2 2x4 screwed together for me to walk on through this room. Yeah, but that's got a concrete roof on it.
Concrete roof with 2 3-inch vents.
So if you come in this room, it's an interior walls, but that is a safe room.
Yeah,
and he's got. Notice that's a metal door. That's an exterior door he's got mounted on there, so it is it's very, very secure in a storm.
Yep.
And it opens inward, because if anything, let's say the trusses up here end up caving in a bad storm, if you have a door that swings outward in a storm room, you're still stuck. If it opens in, you can kind of climb out after it passes.
Yep.
So very cool. John, the finishes are really, really nice in here.
They did. Our drywallers did very good. We did a lot of it ourselves. We did hire out the framing and the metal work.
Oh, there's the
and the drywall.
That's that's Pioneer?
Yes, that's a Pioneer ceiling cassette.
Yeah, guys, right now I'm actually in the process of trying to decide what I'm going to do in my master bedroom. So I'm going to have a regular wall hang in my basement and maybe one in the in my sunroom that I shoot a lot of my videos at with the red walls. But I think I'm going to go this way in my master. Those fit within a 22.5.
Right on the money.
Right on the money.
They're the only ones that I found that were 22.5.
And not
Everything
24.
Else is the 24 for the ceiling tiles.
So yeah, what he's saying is, like, if you set trusses on 2-foot centers, there are 22.5 inches between them. This unit here is made to fit exactly between those. You don't have to do any special framing. They just go between the trusses. So really cool mini split for the money.
Yes.
Pioneer, Sinville, all those are like really worth their money. But the Pioneer has those cool ceiling cassettes.
Yeah.
All right, so you got another one in the main that I didn't notice at first, and then
this is our ERV.
There's your ERV right in the middle. So it doesn't plumb to anything. It's just in the middle of the house.
It's in the middle of the house.
Fine.
It's got two ducts inside, and got a splitter in the outside. Takes the air one way, vents it in there, crosses it over.
Nice.
Sucks it in, sucks it out. So.
Yeah, guys. So I always say, people say that tighter houses don't breathe enough. That right there makes it breathe.
Yes.
And the cool thing about that, make them as tight as you can, and then make them breathe the right amount instead of just hoping you get the amount of inefficiency you need.
And depending on how much you want, that one I forget I think it was in the wiring box. So how you hook it up, it's either 20 CFM or 40 CFM. So you can
adjust it, and you can set it for times and stuff too.
Yeah. So it actually cycles on its own. It's self-efficient. Just clean the filters every now and then. But yeah, it's work. I've got it on its own breaker.
Well, dude, the floors feel really comfortable. Show me this hydronic setup you got. Okay, so he has one in his garage too, which I can tell you right now from my own ICF garage, the mini split absolutely keeps up just fine. And all right, so you've got the Navion.
It's a combination boiler.
Combi boiler, okay.
Yes.
Man, I get so many different opinions on the way to do this, and I really want a combi boiler. I want to just run my whole house with it, but
This one we bought more than we expected. I didn't realize what I was getting. This one would have actually taken the place of this unit and one of these pumps.
Okay.
I didn't realize when I bought the system. This one was from Menards. It was an all-in-one setup. I bought this from a plumb supply house in Springfield. It was very simple to hook up. I've done all this myself. You buy the control board, comes with the control. The two manifolds I bought separately, tied in, basically in and an out for your boiler, and then an in and an out to your manifolds. Plug and play, pretty much.
It's a lot of plug-in.
It's a lot of plug-in.
But did you have a plan, or do you have help to do all this?
No, sir.
You did all this.
Yep, just a little bit of research.
Okay.
The manuals that came with this. The only thing that confused me was hooking the control unit to the boiler, because it does have to have a signal to tell it when to turn on. This one is sophisticated enough. I had to find out. It's actually got 3 inlets for a thermostat, because it will control 3 zones on its own.
Okay.
Because it's got its own pump. So you plug this into the 3rd thermostat. As soon as this registered, kicks this one on, fires up the boiler.
Gotcha. Does this also do your domestic hot water?
Yes, it does.
So perfect. You've got it doing both.
Yes, it does both for the house.
And it just runs really
on its own, self-sufficient.
You don't. I mean, you haven't had any problems with.
The only problem I do have with this unit, I found out that if you do not have pressure on your secondary system, your primary system will not fire. It throws a fault code.
Okay.
So, but I have the pressure pump. It takes me 10 minutes, repressurize this. That was before we had it boiling. Now that we've had it boiling, I've not had any issues since the fall.
Gotcha.
Now that it's actually running heat through it and keeping on its own, it seems to be holding pressure now. I haven't had a problem with the domestic side. So.
Very cool.
But
yeah, I've got to do something similar to this in my master, guys. I've only got basically 4 zones is what you've got.
Yes.
I have 2 zones in my bedroom, and I have 2 zones on my pool.
Yes.
And eventually I'd like to do a zone or 2 in my existing garage that the floor needs to come out and get replaced, and maybe an ice melt system on my driveway.
That would be.
Those are down the road, but I think I want to get enough boiler to handle all that.
Yes.
Steve Wonder, if you're hearing this, I don't know what to do on the heated floors per se for my use. He's a big water heater guy, but I love the idea of a combi boiler. It's pretty complex. So guys, something to say, if you have a big project, like a crazy house that you're building, you're wanting to do this throughout, you can pay places like Uponor and other guys a little bit of money, but they will set up, something with 25 zones or something. Suzanne Coulter's house, I'll link the video to her house, and her boiler room is quite crazy, but Uponor told her where every single pipe and piece went. This is probably doable. You got one that's covering like this whole wall, you probably need a set of plans.
Yes, yeah, this was 4 zones basic.
Yeah,
and I'm going to run them all the same temperature.
Right.
I have not adjusted. I thought about maybe adjusting the flow rate down for the garage, but they're all set the same. The garage has its own zone. The living area and dining room have their own area. Master bedroom, well, I take that back. Garage, living room, bedroom, and then the kitchen and bathroom are on the same zone.
Okay, yep.
And they all run the same Same.
Well, dude, you did an amazing job on all this. And so, guys, obviously John's not your typical DIYer, but he's not in the trades every day. I mean, he pumps concrete morning, noon, and night. So he knows everybody. He's around everybody, but he doesn't do this. And him and his wife literally stacked all these blocks themselves. They did most of finishing and everything in the evenings. How long did this take you, like, realistically start to finish? It was pretty quick.
It was, I think, our original set, we set footings. So the footings were poured. We actually set our first 2 courses of block and poured the floor and a block and a half to start.
Yep.
We had them locked in. So at least our first 2 rows were locked in because we were going 10-foot walls. So then we set the other 5 blocks on top of that. We pretty much had the 5 blocks were simple on the windows, 4 windows, 2 garage bucks, or door bucks, garage door and the front door. I think it realistically took us about a good Saturday to set the 10-foot.
Yeah, I interviewed you that day.
Yes, you were out here.
That's
so
in that video.
Another few hours here and there after work, getting everything buttoned up, ready for pour day. I mean, because I tell people I've seen what goes wrong, so I know what to address.
John's been there for all the nightmares when people are learning and stuff, and that's also why we do all the training we do and everything. So I'm a big DIY proponent. I believe everyone can do this. If you got to be honest with yourself about how much free time you have. If you've got young kids and, you know, or sports every night, you're just never going to get it done. But if you do have time, you can save they easily save $20K just on the pour of these walls over what any of the pros would have charged him, you know. So, and then on beyond that, he saved tens of thousands more doing most of this stuff himself.
Yes, electrical, plumbing, you know, and then all the finish work, carpentry. My father-in-law and I have done all the baseboards. You know, we did hire somebody to do crown molding because I didn't have time to do that. But we've done a lot of the trim, painted ourselves. I mean, we've done quite a bit.
Yeah, you did fantastic, man. And you'll be seeing John a lot more. We got a bunch of really crazy pools coming. He doesn't even know about this, but if we get this one ready for training, and that's still up in the air. We got training at the end of May on pools. We may have a mono pour that makes, we may require both pumps at the same time. It's 60 by 90, and I don't think you can reach everything. Maybe we have to park you right in the middle. It has an island, so maybe I can park you on the island.
I like that.
It's gonna be watch worthy. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, see all of our new stuff coming out. John, thanks for letting me do this today.
Always.
It's turned out amazing.
Yes.
Okay, hey guys, this is Larry. This is John's father-in-law. They just moved here from California, correct? Yep. All of these guys are from California originally. They've landed here in the Ozarks now, and they built this place for Larry and his wife. So, Larry, what's it like living in a nice, tight ICF house with heated floors?
It's very comfortable. There's no drafts. There's no high and low as far as heat.
Yeah.
It's great.
You love it?
Quiet.
Yeah, it's super quiet, right?
Quiet.
John's running his pump truck out there in the middle of the night. You don't even notice.
Don't even hear it. Don't hear the storms when it rains.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even know the storms are getting there when they're, because of that, right? Especially with the insulated roof and everything.
And being I'm in a wheelchair, it's all one even floor plan.
Yeah.
Easy to get around.
Yeah, even into the garage, right? There's no step, which is one of the things people miss about concrete walls. ICF walls allow you to have a garage on the same plane without any kind of ramps or, build-ups.
And he had wide doors so I can get through without tearing up my knuckles.
Right? Yeah. Absolutely.
That's important for me.
Absolutely.
And but it's great that he did this for us. We're just so happy.
Oh, John's a pretty good guy. I mean, slightly above average, right? Slightly above average.
Diane likes him more than I do.
Fair enough. Father-in-laws and son-in-laws. Hey, I really cannot thank you enough for giving me the hospitality to come in here and shoot this while you're living here on a Saturday.
No
but yeah, guys, we'll see you next time.